Hey, we bikers, T-Work here. Hey, you know, it's that time of year. It's time for traveling. And as we all know, packing is always a concern, right? So we've seen plenty of videos with people showing you how to pack, what to pack, and suggestions like that. So I'm not going to really deviate too far from that, but I've been traveling. I got a nice trip coming up. I'm in Texas, in the Austin area, and I'll be heading up to Kansas City, and then I'll be heading over from Kansas City to Cincinnati, Ohio. Well, because I'm so close to New York, where I'm from, I may just go from Cincinnati to New York. So I said, you know what, let's pack a little bit more. I want to be kind of conservative. I know that you can always wash clothes as you go, but you know, I may want to hang out in New York for a while and do certain things. So I said, I want to pack, but I need a new bag. I need a bag that can actually go on my bike. This is my Harley Davidson CVO Road Glide 2022. And I need something to fit right back here. I want something that's not too big. So what I'm looking to do is to see how much of this I can actually pack. Can I get all this? Should I take all of it? Or should I see what I can get in there and just work with that? So that's what I'm looking to do. So what bag did I get? I got an old school bag. I went back a couple of years, the Saddlemen backrest. So the part number is 3501-0322. So let me show you this bag. And the reason why I picked this bag is really for its simplicity. That's why I got it. I want something that can fit right here. In here, I want something that kind of stays in the profile. I don't want anything too high, right? I want something that's going to basically sit about this high and be able to handle my needs. So, as you all know, we have our regular bags that we carry, sort of the things that we need for the road. And we generally just put those in our saddle bags. So, yeah, what do I have? I have the general fare. I actually just reached out and I just got these new boots, right? These are really protective rain gear boots. So I have that. You got to have your rain gear, especially this time of year, right? So I got my rain gear. You can't sleep with that. I have that packed in here. You guys have all seen rain gear. I don't need to pull that out. And of course, I have in here, I have an emergency sort of toiletry kit, things that I need on the road. So this is just a combination of a lot of different things. So in here, I have just the sort of the general fare, right, guys? You all kind of know what's in there. You got your jacket, you got your pants, you have your emergency kit, right? And just in case you got a flat or you want to check your air, you know, you got to be able to do that. So this is what I'm using, the Fanttik, and it works. I've tried it. It works for me. And then, of course, we have our, just in case, heavier gloves, because you never know what you run into, right? You ever like drive around and sometimes you get into a valley and the weather will change and you'll be a little bit surprised, right? Like, wow, it dips, it's colder in this place where I'm staying. And then in the other bag, now, I have my tools in here. Everyone has your tools to go, right? Just in case I actually get a flat, right? You have to be able to know how to change a tire. And if you don't know how to actually change a tire, I think you should kind of take the time and learn how to do that. Some people will get the kit and then all of a sudden they have a flat and they're searching on YouTube to figure out how to fix a flat. So I really advise that you kind of go through that drill in terms of making sure you understand how to use this. Just having it is not the whole story. And then of course, you know, when you arrive, what I use is I use this waterless wash and shine solution. So I'm going to be checking that. I don't know if anyone's used this before. I'm going to check it out. And if it's good, I will let you know. If it's garbage, I will let you know. So if you have any experience using this solution, let me know and put in the comments what your experience has been. Because this is something I'm like, okay, I've been arriving on the set and my bike is looking a little suspect. So, and then also I have this toolkit here, which I really like. This is it's like a digital toolkit. And this is when you don't need sort of all of the, you don't need the heavier set. You just need something, right, that can meet the needs of a few adjustments. So, and that comes with this, and it's all powered to electric. It works extremely well. I always have a snack. Anybody else carry a snack around? Is that you? Do you have a snack that you always put in your saddle bag that you just gotta have? What's your favorite snack that you carry in your saddle bag that you gotta have? Let me know. So let's start to pack up the bike so we can sort of simulate the actual packing of a bike, and then we can get to see that Saddlemen and see how much of this we can actually get in. Let me speed up the camera. Now, just to let you know, generally, and just to sort of be, I guess, transparent as to say, my tour pack can carry a lot. This is just a chop pack. It can carry a lot, but generally not enough for a trip. So what I usually put back here, which I like locked away, it's if I'm working and I carry my laptop with me or any other of my YouTube wires or cameras and stuff, I put that back here in a bag so it can always be locked up no matter what, right? So that's what I generally put back here. It's just that type of stuff. Nothing more than that. Okay, let's take a look at this Saddlemen backrest bag. So one of the things they say is, you know, be careful of the type of knife that you use when you cut this. I guess they don't want you to cut the bag itself. So let me speed up the camera so we can get through this quick. I like the packing. I like how they packed it. I like the presentation of this. It really looks, and look at this thing, right? This is kind of big, right? This is pretty big. Just to give you an understanding of the size. Now take a look at how that looks on top of all that. Do you think we can fit everything in there? Do you think it's gonna happen? So let's see if everything fits in. And then I will also kind of go over what I'm exactly packing, right? Because the first thing you're gonna say is, okay, I understand you're going from Texas to Kansas City, Missouri, and then you're going from Kansas City to Cincinnati, Ohio, and then because you're closer to New York, Long Island, New York, than you are to Texas at that point, that I may take an alternate route, right? I may dip over to New York for a few days, head to Georgia, say hello to my sister like I did in my other videos, and then come back to Texas. So that's why I wanted to be able to have a little bit more options for clothes, not just I have to wash the 3 pair of underwear that I have repeatedly. So, you know, everyone's journey is a little bit different, right? So that's sort of my, oh, I like this already. Look at this. They actually give you, oh, that's nice. They give you the bag for protection. Now this is for weather, for rain. You put this over there. And I like this is why I always will put the cover on top of the bag, because the way I packed, I have no intentions on going in this bag on the road. There's really, for me, no reason. And now this bag does allow some accessibility that I'll show you, and that's another reason why I got it. But generally when I use a bag, there's no reason for me to go in this with there's clothes in there. Really, why? So let's take a look. Oh, I like how they have this. Drawstring. Oh, look at this. First thing I see, which makes me happy, let me show you. I have these pulls, right? This allows me to be able to make sure that everything will be secure. So the fact that I see that they have this here, let's take that off. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So this is I believe the bag for rain that I will always put this on. And another reason why is that it's just, you know, if someone sees a bag, they see zips, they see things like that, they're gonna want to, some people are just overly curious. So out of sight, out of mind sometimes. Hey, look at this bag. Look at this. Look at the height and girth of this thing. I'm gonna give you some measurements so you can see what the height is coming up, and the width too, and the depth. This is awesome, but this is what I like. So let me start on the outside. Why I chose this cavernous bag amongst others is the fact that once you put this on, so theoretically, right, we're talking about this is where this is gonna be, right back here. Nice and snug. Look at that, it's already snug enough. Let me bring you over. It's already snug enough as it is. And you'll see that. Look at that, it's already snug enough. Look at that. So I'm sitting back, backrest, look at that. That's pretty good right there, just to start off. I like that profile as well. Look at this. I love that profile on how it looks. Very sleek. Look at that. right? I mean, especially when you have a CVO, there's a certain look that you're trying to make sure you maintain. And I think this is that for me. I just like how that looks. It's a bag, but it just looks, I mean, come on, let's be real. CVOs, Road Glide, these touring bikes are like, the comfort with the seats are like couches, right? So why not have a backrest? In addition to, it can also double as a warehouse of stuff. So let's look at that. Look at how cavernous that thing looks. Okay, so let's take a look at how I look on the back of the bike with this backrest from Saddlemen. Yeah, you see that? See how sleek that is? It doesn't go out too far. It's an additional backrest support. Not that you really need it, but what it does actually, so the regular backrest that I have, your lower back support is there. This will hit your shoulder blades, your lower shoulder blades a little bit, right? So, I mean, not that you necessarily want to lean back, but you know what? When you're on your highway pegs, it's an option. And it's a plus. I like that. So yeah, all right, so I like how it looks. The aesthetics are fine. What's the functionality about, right? Let's see why we're here. So let's try to see as much of this stuff that we can get in as possible. Okay, let's see what we can fit in here. Now, here's the things that I do like. The fact that what attracted me to this bag was the fact that on the road, if you needed to, if you were at a stop, if you needed to get to these bags, if you didn't put the cover on top, right, the rain protective cover, you could put some cool drinks in here, which could actually sort of help and benefit you in terms of, instead of stopping off every place and buying something that you're really not familiar with, you can carry your own drinks and it'll stay relatively cool. Relatively cool, right? Well, I'm in Texas, so let's be real. It's not going to stay frosty. You know, it's just made, if you're lucky, it's going to maintain. But I like the fact that they have these pockets here that if you need to put something away or you need to be able to, look at this is awesome. If you need to be able to have a pouch where you can connect. One of the little things I like about this too is because when I'm on the road sometimes, and if you have a headset, communications on, if you're on the road for more than 9 hours, which I am when I travel, you know, the battery life is only about 9 hours, give or take, based upon what you may have. So I find myself carrying a battery pack in my front pocket so it can connect to the headgear to keep that charged. So I like the fact that I can actually leave it in here instead of having a hot battery pack on my chest, put it here and it'll be able to connect to my helmet. And that was a plus for me. So that's one of the reasons why I like this bag. It works for the way I need to work. The functionalities on how I ride, it really caters to that. So I like that it has straps up here for additional support. I like the fact that you also have another bag back here, right? This is awesome. You may want to take this bag and you may want to say, you know what can I put back here? Well, you may want to put some paperwork back here, right? Your insurance and registration, so you don't have to go digging in your saddlebags to get something that you like. So those conveniences that you may want to think about, you may want to put here, you know, to each his own. I like that. Look at this. Additional cables and support. So let's see how we open this thing up. Oh, okay. Oh, look, I like the fact that you got the zippers back here, which you can lock. You can get sort of a luggage lock and lock that up right here. That's always an option, and that's what you want to have on your bike. It works, you know, it absolutely works. Okay, what comes in this puppy? Here's another option that I like, the fact that this can become a backpack too, right? So when you get to the hotel, I'm gonna already have this pre-strapped on there. When you get to a hotel, you can just take this off, put this on your back, grab your saddlebags and anything else, and you're good to go. Or if you're just taking this, your hands are free. So I like that. That's a very good option. Then they give you some additional fasteners. So these are obviously going to be used to secure this to the bike, and we'll get to that shortly. Okay, let's see. So normally, you know, everyone packs differently. You know, what I find when you're out, if you're on the set, you always want to have a pair of kicks, right? You got your riding boots. I get that for the road. But when you're in town, you want to just have some sneakers. I call them kicks. I'm from New York. We call them sneakers. You got to have some slides, right? I got slides, and I have my toiletry kit. So those are the things that I feel that I'm not going to need right away. So I put those in. Additional set of riding pants, right? So I'll probably wear these. So let's say you're wearing these on the bike, right? So let's put that to the side because you got to have something, right? So the question is, how long is the trip? Well, it's going to be like a 4-day trip. So I'm starting off in Austin, Texas area. I'm riding up to Kansas City, Missouri, where I'm going to catch up to my frat brothers. You met them before in the last video. And then we're heading over to Cincinnati, Ohio, where we're going to have a big roundup from all my fraternity brothers. This is going to be awesome. We're going to be there in Cincy. I can give you more information about that later. All right, so what do I have? I have the underclothes. Well, how many do you have? Okay, it's a good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of underwear. Okay, how many shirts do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 t-shirts. Now you're like, wow, that's a lot. And then socks. Socks, I have quite a few. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of socks. Now I haven't even rolled this up military style. I hadn't rolled these up yet, so I hope you noticed that, right? We're just kind of dropping them in there and just seeing where we are. And then pants, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of pants. So we have 4 pairs of pants, and then on top of that, what do we have here? We have shorts. Well, I don't know if we need, you know, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say we need the shorts. So let's say we have the shorts, and we have some sort of like sport pants as well. We have another shirt, so that's 6 shirts, right? Is that 6? And then we have the pants. So wow, look at that. Look at that. I haven't even rolled this up in terms of rolling it up military style or anything. Look at that. Wow. So let's go back to the other pair of pants, right? Let's say if I needed to put these in here, right? I can still put these in here. Look how cavernous this is. You're like, hey, T-Work, what's that? Well, this is the cover for the bike, right? So if it rains, you put the cover on. You know, I figured I bring it, but you know what I can always do? I can always put it back here in my tour pack with my computers, softwares and stuff like that. So that's where that would be. And then of course, a belt, right? You gotta have a belt. So the belt would fit in here too. So look at that. I put all this in here, and you know I didn't pack it properly, right? You saw that. Nothing was rolled. I kind of threw it in there like I was a kid going to summer camp, right? I didn't really overthink it. I just kind of put that in there, and look at that. All of that in here, and it's not that heavy at all compared to anything else in life. This is pretty awesome. So put in your comments like what you feel so far about this bag. What do you feel are some of its merits, right? Is this something that you would like? Say, you know what I want to do is, I won't take that much stuff, but what I can do is I can put my helmets in here. I can take half of this stuff. I don't need all that stuff, T-Work. It's crazy that you're even thinking about having that much stuff. Where are you going? Take half of that crap out, throw it away, roll it up military style like you're supposed to, and then you could put a couple of helmets in there. A win-win, right? So I put this on the back right here, and I always ride solo. Here you are. Just to kind of give you a quick overview of how we actually secured the Saddlemen backrest bag to the bike. I figured, let me take the bag off. There's the bag. So I took it off of the bike, and here's the straps. They give you 3 straps to secure the bike with. This is one that I actually just put through my backrest and over. So it's going to go underneath the bike and up to the top, connecting to the back right here. And then we have another cord left and right over here that we just simply wrapped around the bar here. And that will then connect on this side to the one up front, giving it the maximum resistance. And then on the other side, the same thing, giving it the maximum resistance, tying to this. So I will drop that on there. But before I do, I figured let me also share with you that, as I said before, this is also, it's a backpack, right? So they give you with this backpack straps. So simply all I did was just run it through the loop here and then just connected it there. But let's just say you finish with your ride you know you have a lot of stuff there. We kind of went over the fact that this is a big bag, right? So you simply put on the straps, 1 and 2. It's just like any other backpack. You drop it on. Oh, excuse me, there we go. Drop it on, and there you go. Very convenient. My 2 hands are free. I can carry either my saddlebags if I want to, left and right? Or if I'm just going someplace and I stopped off and I want to have a nice dinner and I don't want to worry about my bag, right? My saddlebags are locked, that's fine. But you know what? I just rather not even have to worry about it. Just put this on, carry it in, and you're good to go. Well, we bikers, there it is. We have the new Saddlemen backrest bag on. You saw all the things we were able to put into there, and I'm very happy with it. I love how it looks on the bike, right? It's a warehouse full of items that can take you, I mean, this is really, you can do this, you could have this bag and have 2 weeks worth of stuff because you can just keep recycling things over, right? You wash as you go, but still you have a good assortment of different types of clothes for whatever you may be doing. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. I got a lot of road trips coming up. As you know, I'm coming from Austin, Texas, and I'll be going to Kansas City, Missouri, shooting over to Cincinnati, Ohio. And at that point, it's going to be a game time decision on whether or not I just head on over to New York and Long Island and just hang out there. And I'm going to have my laptop with me and work, so I'll be able to work that week from there. So I don't know, that could be just a game time decision, but that's another reason why I got this bag, so that I actually have that option. So every time I go out, I have an option if I can extend my trip as far as I want based upon sort of like the clothes that I need to have. Hell, I could have a suit folded up in there, design it in the hotel if I needed to, right? But hey, that's what's up. I'm happy with this bag. And you know what? It still has to be road tested, and I'll let you know how it feels on the road and sort of the functionality in sort of real time. And that's it. Like, share, subscribe. Take care, y'all. Peace.